did that. Let's pray. Father, thank you for this day. Your children have come to this place to get more of you. I pray, God, that you speak to the hearts of your people, that they would hear your voice clearly, understanding what you want from them, what you desire from them, and they may grow and flourish and be all that you've called them to be. You are the true and living God, and there's no other God like you on the earth. So have your way in us and through us. We'll forever give you all the praise and the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Clap your hands and give God praise. Listen, before we go downstairs, you do have, I know my daughter, I know Dashira. Anyone who graduated this year? Anybody, did you graduate this year? No? Anybody else graduated this year? Listen. I'm in high school. Trey. Well, he's not here, right? Trey don't come to church no more. All right. So listen to me. They have been robbed of a graduation, and you know, this is a great accomplishment. You know, remember when kids would graduate from college, you thought that was something. Now kids struggling to get through high school. And what we want you to do is to acknowledge them today. I'm going to acknowledge all our graduates that's here today. First Lady and I are going to start it off. I want you today, after service, as you walk past them and you see them, I want you to do something nice. Now you may say, oh, he's doing that for his daughter. I don't need to do that for my daughter. I got plenty of money. So my daughter, I don't need to do this for my daughter to have anything. I'm doing it because we want to acknowledge them and be a blessing to their life. First Lady and I are going to start by giving each one of them $100. Let me make sure it's just one. Y'all, come on up quickly, and y'all can receive this. You don't have to. It's all right. Don't be rushing people to get my money. Thank you, baby. Congratulations. I love you. And you get free room and board. Today, if you can, and now listen, everybody can't, but you that can, it don't matter whether it's $1, $2, $5, $10, but we want to celebrate them. It's nothing like being robbed of walking across that stage. It is a great accomplishment, not to mention both of these girls are already enrolled in college. Amen. Amen. And when my wife graduated from college, I didn't, you know, I dropped out twice. And to see our kids go on to college. So y'all know y'all can't ask me to borrow now. I mean, we have 3 kids in college. Unless you got 4 and 5 kids in college, you ain't got no bit of talking to me. You understand? So they're in college and we love them. My wife, well, my kids is totally different. But we have always had a program that we would send money away to our college students. And some wasn't as faithful and committed to the church. You know, but because it was our fun, it was our money, we could do what we want. So what we would do is we would always send monies to the college students, you know, spending money. You know, because I always hated to think a child was away from home and was deprived in any way. So we would always send out money, it didn't matter what your parents gave you. We wanted to do that from our heart. So I know we're going to be excited to give to TOD children. Amen. Amen. That's going to be a blessing. Amen. It ain't much. You get a can of tuna or something every week. Amen. First Lady and I always want to show our love. Listen, happy Father's Day to all the fathers of the TOD. Come on, give it up. And last year we gave them something. I don't know what we gave you, $5, $2, whatever we gave you last year. And boy, I'm telling you, a couple people jumped on me about it. And you know, so this year I ain't gonna get jumped out. And but happy Father's Day to you, and we love you. Fathers are to be commended. This is not a time that we celebrate seed donors, but those that have sacrificed their time, their money, their energy, that we may produce something great in someone else. Amen. Being a father is the greatest accomplishment on Father's Day. I don't look to get anything. If I get something, it's fine, but I don't look to get anything. Because the honor is me being a father. You understand? Now, everybody's different. Now, you have to, I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying and try to force it on your father or your husband. All right? But you can't, I don't look to be paid or rewarded when something is an honor to do. Amen. 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 That's just a fact. I just can't. And are y'all cutting my mic off? Y'all got a problem with me? Everybody want to see me outside? All right. So it's an honor So I don't look for my kids to do anything. You know, if they do, that's good. If they don't, I'm going to talk about them. But I love what I do, and it's an honor. It's an honor to be a father. It's an honor to be in a position to be the father that can give them a life that is so just awesome. I know they got a good life. I know they do. If they don't have a good life, ask do they want to go home with you? That tell you how good I am. They say, come on, go home with me. They're gonna say, good, so I can get in the pools, and they won't be no pool. But at least it'll be a bathtub. You know. I used to swim in the bathtub when I was a kid. My mother would come in and smell that water on the floor. And she said, what is all this water? I said, I was swimming. You know what I used to say? I ain't lying. All right? Listen, Juneteenth, this is the first year we celebrated, and it was absolutely awesome. It was awesome. Next year is going to be mind-blowing. Listen, the 95% were young adults that attended. My son brought his people in, and that's a crowd. And man, I'm telling you, boy, the cars was parked all the way down the street, and we had tons of young men, college students. College students. Sister Mathis called it a kid party. That's what she said. I didn't know it was a kid party. These grown folk. These are grown folk, college grads, kids in college. It was beautiful to see them assemble. And we just had a good time, and just respectable kids. If you saw these boys in the street, you would think they just thugs, but they smarter than some of y'all, you know. So we had an awesome time. Next year we're going to do it even better. You know, I need flags. I need Black Lives Matter flags in my front yard and all that stuff. I was talking to my wife. We was talking about someone, you know, a lot of y'all go downstairs, young people, because y'all go here right over here. Sister Walter, the drummer, she got something to say, I'm sure. She want to preach, but I told her she ain't been here long. She got it's a word in her belly. I said, you heard that on there? Yeah. Listen. So, let me tell you something. We've been seeing a lot of black people that become educated or get a certain amount of wealth and forget they black. You know, and a lot of Caucasian white folk look for sellouts. I'm serious. When they know you educated or they know you got some money, they talk to you different as if you separated from the pack. Now I'm telling you something, I know. I'm not trying to tell you something to, inflame something. No, I'm telling you what I have experienced. And I get a couple of them sending me some stuff about, so they find one black person that'll say, black people bring this on themselves. They should have stopped. They shouldn't have had a tail light out. I told them, you got the wrong Negro. There's no sellout in me. Amen. I don't care how much money I ever had. I will never forget I'm black, and I will never abandon my people. Amen. Now, a lot of preachers can't say that. Amen. A bunch of punks, a bunch of sissies is what they are. They got a little house, 2 cars, and a boat, and they're working on a jet ski, and they think they will ride. No, you ain't arrived. Don't forget where you come from. If you get a certain amount of wealth, that all of a sudden now you start thinking that you better than the blacks that don't have what you have. You just like them racist white folk. Right. All right. If you're not called to reach back and pull somebody forward, just leave us alone. Keep your mouth off me. Now I'm telling you, you got a problem if you allow somebody to pour into you that don't care about your struggle. That's true. You ain't gonna preach over mine. You ain't gonna preach it's my fault. And all these white evangelists that's quiet, y'all better mock them. Y'all better look at them. I'm telling you. I'm going to show you something in the Bible. Like God is saying, racist white folk that will not do what's right is going to hell. I'm going to show you in the Bible. See, we got to call a spade a spade. Right. Right. Now, it ain't just for white folk, but when it comes to racism, it's more in whites than any other ethnic group. You got some Asians that don't like black folk too. You got some Puerto Rico. My wife and I was in Puerto Rico one time. That was the first time we ever experienced not wanting to be served. We was in a restaurant and they refused to serve us. Wow. In Puerto Rico. I'm not just talking about white, but you need to know that if you're a person in authority and you disregard the law to do what is bubbling in your heart, God said, I can't have no part of you. Now some of these white evangelists on TV that got your money and flying over your head with jets and don't care about your struggle. You got to stop being stupid. You hear me? So you got to get to the place. My highs on this mic is up. Like I'm about to get an echo or something. I don't know if Sister Mathis knows the mics. She don't know the mic. She can cut me off. She's been having a problem with me ever since. But whatever, you'll see them, some of them say high and low. The highs is just turn that down a little bit. So listen to me. You got to get to the place that I know who I am. I'm not better than anybody else. But I'm not going to lie who I am to make other people comfortable.
That's right.
You are the chosen children of God.
Amen.
Do you hear me?
Amen.
You're the chosen children of God. When God made man, it looked like you. Do you hear me? I find black all throughout the Bible. I'll show you black angels. You can't show me no white angels in the Bible. Huh? For an experiment, go to Home Depot. Tell them I want to buy some copper piping and then put some heat on it. So you can see what Jesus looked like. No, I'm just saying this ain't about. So we can't deny who we are to make other people comfortable. Black is all. And some of y'all get nervous right now because they're talking about Jesus being black. First off, if you start with copper, it ain't getting no lighter.
Right.
One time I had you pay, he said it turned silver. I do wonder that. I didn't let it work on my house. The devil is like, you flush the toilet, he'll come out the same. But no. If you start with copper and then you burn it, I ain't never burnt nothing and it turned white. Come on now. You understand? So you see black, we can't deny who we are. Now I'm on a mission to kill that this is a white man's religion. You need to be educated. Amen. Amen. I said before, you'll hear me say it 101 more times, that the gospel of Jesus Christ came to Africa less than 2 years after Jesus' resurrection. You know, I was saying that, and the Holy Spirit said, stop saying after his death. Say his resurrection. After Jesus got up out of that grave, within 2 years it was in Africa. The gospel did not hit the European countries, Britain, England, till about 300 years later. Did you hear what I said? 300 years later. Between I think it was 272 and 332 or 337. In between them years, Constantine, in his latter days, he began to open up doors for Christians to come in. This is around the year 300 or so, 310, 315. Constantine opened up doors and said, come on in and bring that Christian faith. And they brought it in to pale-skinned people. All right? They brought it in, and on his deathbed, Constantine accepted the Lord Jesus as his Lord and Savior. Now, if anybody tell you that it's a white man religion, they ain't studied nothing. Do you hear me? We had the gospel in Africa over almost 300 years before whites even knew Jesus exists. Do you hear me? It's not a white man's religion. We didn't get this from the slave master. Listen to our old hymns that we used to sing. After teaching our own, let me tell you how smart you are, your beautiful black self. We taught our own self the English language. So when you hear me not pronunciate your language as clear, it's because you robbed me of mine. I learned yours on my own. Right. So don't come at me all cock-eyed. You are beautiful and wonderfully made. The intellect of the black man cannot be denied. By no race. I don't care how much money you got. Rothschild, you cannot deny I'm God's best. Amen. Listen, that's not a spiritual statement I just made. That's a scientific fact. Get yourself a black man, you got yourself the perfect human. All things being equal. Do you hear me? Amen. So God knows what he's doing. I will not deny who I am in God to make my associates comfortable. Amen. I will not deny my love for my people and to see you progress. to make other people comfortable. I love God with all my heart, and I believe I have an assignment, and I'm called to my people. Now I speak a word of truth that everyone can be blessed, but I'm called to you. Come on. Do you hear me? Amen. This ain't about getting money. I know people think preachers do it for money. I don't do this for money. There are too many other things God do to get money to me. Amen. 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 You hear me? So I believe God to do some awesome things in your life as you become to the true gospel of Jesus Christ and who you are in God. Somebody say, I am God's best. I'm God's best. You need to believe that. I believe. You understand that? I mean, that's key. We don't celebrate. I told my wife just yesterday, I was looking back. My son had all these college boys there, and a few of them pulled me to the side. This is the truth. And one guy said to me, he said, listen, Mr. Hatcher, can I talk to you outside? I said, sure. You know, the first thing you didn't want to borrow $5. You know what I mean? So I go outside. He said, listen, then two of them did this. Two of them said almost the exact same thing. And then another two just complimented us on how the house looked and stuff. But this black young man said to me, two of them said this several times. They said, he said, I want to thank you. He said, I've never seen nothing like this in a black family. He said, I've never seen it. He said, man, I'm looking around at the fireplaces around it. He said, I've never seen it. He said, thank you for showing me that a black man can be this successful. He said, I know it exists, but I've never seen it. And what he said to me, he said, I know it exists, but I've never seen it. Then another one come along. He said, man, listen, I just want to let you know that I'm in awe. He said, I've never been in anything like this. Amen. Amen. And what he said to me, he said, I want to thank you for showing me that I can do it too, that this is possible. Amen. Amen. That's what he said. That was it. Listen to me, black men in this ministry. We need to be trailblazers and show those that's coming behind us that you can do all things. Right. For me, I can only do all things through Christ. Amen. That strengthens me. Amen. But you don't, listen to me, this is not heresy I'm talking. You don't need to have Jesus to make a whole lot of money. Amen. We already know that. Right. Do you hear me? Mm-hmm. So let me tell you something. We're the light of the world, man. Amen. I'm telling you, God about to raise up his people. Listen, all I need is for God to have angels assigned to me, that when that racist police officer pulled me over, that my angel will cut him in half. Now, I'm not talking about in the middle of his nose. I'm talking about the front of his body fall that way and the back of his body fall the other way. They know that it was God. That's what I need. Amen. They can't bring me up on no charges. They're going to say, first off, whatever cut this man in half don't even exist. Right. We don't have a blade that's strong enough that can cut a man like this. That's what I want. Yes. Just let me follow Jesus. Amen. I don't need you to give me nothing. Amen. Listen, I told one white person, I said, you got it mistaken. We're not after welfare reform. Right. That's not what we after here. We're not looking for handouts. Amen. You understand? Right. We telling you this is going to stop. Amen. Now, protesters are doing their part, but protesters ain't the only people that's about to enforce the rules. Amen. Listen, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not telling you to, because everybody ain't called for this. All right? You cannot stand by, watch the devil kill one of God's children, and all you got is a phone in your hand. Right. Now, if you just attack them and jump on them, they're going to jump on you, they're going to arrest you. But if you throw a brick, so you need to be home practicing. No, because you ain't going to learn how to fight when something spark up. Right, that's true. You ain't going to get no good aim with no rock. Come on now. That's true. When you see that police officer, you need to be able to box him in his head. When you see his knee on that man's neck, you got to be able to throw that brick accurately. Amen. Right. You've been in, some of y'all been and hit the man on the ground, and you be like, this give me the knee. And stop that woman with your bricks. God dog, put you a target up in your backyard, and you start hitting it. Hitting it. That's what they used to do when they used to train the pitchers. They used to put a cone thing up, and the pitcher would have to hit it. Hit that cone. That's how you need to be. You listen to me. You got to have your hands ready for war. Yeah. Amen. If you see that cop on your son, you jumping in the fight ain't gonna save your son. All that's gonna do is get both of y'all on the ground. You gotta be smart. Stop trying to defeat these racist police officers because you upset and mad. You can't whoop that police force. So you got to use your mind. We are the smartest people in the world.
Amen.
Show me another ethnicity that can build something. They don't have to build a pyramid, but build anything that's mysterious to today's technology. And click that button to see if you can build it. They said that button ain't gonna build that. I'm telling you, it's gonna take more than computers to build this. You need to understand we gotta be smart. Can't be stupid. If we gonna fight this police force, the first thing we need to do is start building our homes. You gotta make sure you're raising your children that, listen, that will honor and respect the authority until the authority disrespect himself.
Amen.
We're not raising kids to go out here and fight police.
Right. That's right.
Son, that officer listen, this officer is putting on his uniform. Because there's some good officers out here.
That's right.
Alright? Now when you get into these officers that abuse their power, they come in all colors. I'm trying to tell you. I remember a friend of mine, I had what they would call a train pass. And the train pass was good for a certain time. You know, for after going to school and coming home from school. Well, I used to, when I would go to school, Lord Jesus, I would leave home so that I can get in on the train with my train pass so that I can get to work. So this officer, one time, this one that was a white officer. The white officer took my train pass and said, "You ain't going to school, are you?" I said, "It's irrelevant." I said, "On the train pass, it says that I can ride the train from this time to this time for free." He said, "Only if you're going to school." I said, "Don't say that." So he took my train pass. White officer ripped it right up. Then gave me a summons for jumping the turnstile. Another time I was on the train, this black police officer punched. Now I wasn't giving him no lip. He said, "I saw y'all jump the turnstile." I said, "You didn't see me jump the turnstile. Why would I jump the turnstile when I got this pass?" And the guy I was with, he paid. So I said, "No, you didn't see him jump the turnstile." He said, "I saw you." So of course he saw my pass, so he don't need them to lie and say I jumped. So he gave so my friend was upset. He said, "Man, I paid for it." And the black police officer punched him in his chest so hard. And it stood over him. So what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? So when it comes to crooked police officers, a lot of them are white, but they come in all colors.
Right.
All right? So we need to raise our children to respect the police officer until the police officer disrespects his own uniform.
Right.
And if you feel like that your life is on the line, do whatever you need to do to stay alive. I sell a house. I don't need no, what I want a house for when the police officer killed my son. I'll sell this house. Sell all of them. Sell everything I own to get you the best attorney. God knows we'll find us a witch doctor and raise Johnny Cochran up, but we gonna get you all. If he's trying to kill you, do whatever you gotta do to stay alive. I mean, I shipped you to Cuba before I let him kill you. Amen. So you got to understand, we got to be smart. Raise our children and respect the uniform until the people in the uniform disrespect the uniform. Right. There are good cops out here.
Yes.
When they pull you over, listen to me. So what these guys showing videos, sending me stuff. Don't be sending me no stuff when police officer pulls somebody over and he asked them for their license, registration, and got his hand on his gun. He better have his hand on his gun, because there are crazy people out here.
That's right.
That don't make him a bad police officer, because his hand on his gun. You're lucky I ain't no cop. I'm going to shoot you in the leg just to let you know I ain't lying. Now give me your driver's license and registration. You ain't worry about this body cam. I got my finger over that camera. They ain't going to see this. No, when a police officer pull you over, don't assume he wants to be a racist cop or want to do you harm. Right. Police officers, the right ones, have made an oath to protect you against a stranger. Right. To put their life on the line for you. Right. That's the oath they made. If somebody's shooting at you, I'll tell you to stand behind me. I'm going to protect. That's what if they ask for your ID, come on, give it to them. Anybody that takes that type of oath, if they want your ID, now if there's something ain't right with you, I understand the fight.
Amen.
But I ain't fighting with the officer because he wants to see my ID.
Yeah.
You want to know why I'm in this neighborhood? I'll tell you why I'm in the neighborhood. Because I want you to stop everybody else in this neighborhood too that don't belong in here. So respect the uniform, but at the same time, you got to be skilled. I made up my mind. I got to make sure all my boys know how to properly defend themselves. It's a good thing. It teaches you temperament. It teaches you how to defend yourself. It teaches you to stop a cop from killing you. Even if you got to hold him down till another cop comes. So we want to raise up smart men, not reckless men. I don't want my boys getting killed, but I want them to live too. All right? So they got to be smart. I don't talk about hating the police. I talk about respecting them until they deserve to be put down. That's just the way it is. You cannot wait and hope that the judicial system is going to do the right thing by you and your son. A lot of these cases is being swept under the rug. They said the prosecutor in Atlanta, they said it's not that he fired this police officer. He got so many other cases that he ain't saying nothing about. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now you're going to do right, do right. Now this one gets national attention, so now you want to move swift. I understand the officers cry. At the same time, Joker, you shot him in the back, you're going to suffer. You better shut up before we put you in regular population, general population. Let you walk around there, see how bad you are. Right. Shave your head. And let everybody know how you really live. So, we ain't going to hate police, but we going to be ready to put them down if they disrespect the uniform. That's the mindset you got to have. I know y'all don't like what I'm saying, but I'm telling you to keep you alive. Let me go through this. Listen, let me tell you what I'm going to talk about, and I ain't going to get to all of it. But at least you know what I was going to talk about. I want to talk to you about living out your purpose, and how the purpose is the foundation to glorify God. If your life is going to glorify God, it got to start with you living out your purpose. Now, I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about also that it's not about you doing what's right, but it's about you doing what you're told. You got to obey God. You say, well, all the scripture, you ain't got time for the scripture, you ain't paying attention anyway. I'm going to talk to you about you must develop whatever your calling is. Men, you better learn hand skills. It don't matter if you own guns. You got to learn this skill. If you call to protect your family, you better know how to put your hands on people. You can't shoot your way out of everything. You hear me? Because you only can use that gun if you're met with deadly force. You can't shoot nobody. Well, you ain't supposed to be. Well, you going to jail. I ain't worried about that. I'm not talking about no police officer. I'm talking about you now. You going to jail. You only can present deadly force when you're met with deadly force. So if they don't have a bat in their hand trying to kill you, another gun or a knife, no, if they come and punch you in your face, you can't shoot them. You got to know how to fight. You lucky I don't want to go to jail. No, you're scared. You don't have no hand game. It's all right if you don't know how to fight. Get the right heart. You'd be surprised what it'll get you out of. Listen, I was telling my kids, they had a little incident, and listen, I've been jumped before. Being jumped, listen, well, if you come from certain neighborhoods, being jumped is just a way of life. It is what it is. Right? So I've been jumped about 3 times in my lifetime. And the one time I couldn't get nobody because I was trying to run. Yeah, old boy, run. I'm telling you, I ain't got no shame in my game. I can get out of it, I'll get out of here. You ain't gonna whoop 8 people at one time. You ain't gonna whoop 10 people at one time. I know you see it on the TV. Right. But they went in line. My goal? You see them karate flicks? Is it my goal now? Then the other one step in. No. When 5 or 6 people come on you and grab you, that's a wrap. Unless you're just strong enough to throw them around. One at a time, you got to decapitate them. One at a time. Now, listen, I know y'all don't like the way this sounds, but I'm telling you, learning how to, if you call to protect, learn how to protect. Put your thumb in the back of his eye. Most people can't continue a fight with an eyeball on the ground. Most. Some will, but most of them can't. Lift that nose from their face. It rips easy. I'm telling you, you just gotta, you can't be talking about, eee. No. Rip that thing like it's a piece of chicken. Pull that nose from his face. Anywhere around his eyebrows, you don't want to hit his teeth. Anywhere from his eyebrow to the bottom of his nose, take your hand, ram it right in that section. Anywhere there, it's going to hurt real bad. Don't worry about it, it ain't going to hurt you as much. If you call to protect, learn how to protect. Your mouth ain't going to get you out of everything.
Amen. That's true.
Amen. Yeah, I see some of y'all say, well, listen, she better learn how to run. You know, you got to protect you. So you got to learn. Whatever you call to do, you got to learn it. Do you hear me? Let me get into some stuff. I got some good stuff. I'm going to show you some stuff. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind how racist people go into hell. How when you read the Bible, you start talking about God getting revenge, God taking care of your enemy, God repaying, making the enemy repay back. Then you say, and let's call all our native people together so that this can come to pass. Whoever don't come together in agreement, you know they're on their way to hell. I talked to a preacher one time. I said, now God said he's going to do all that. I said, now what happens if we get 2 or 3 native people come together and start telling God, bring this scripture to pass? He goes, whoa, wait a minute. That's different. That ain't no different. Ain't no different. The things that the native people, can you imagine somebody stealing your car, then driving it in front of you? Ain't nothing you can do about it? Can you imagine somebody throwing you out your house, then living in it, and you got to walk past it and ask, can you walk down the block? Then they cut the block off, so now you can't even walk across the block. Come on, man. This racist government, this thing got to be put down like the dog that it is. They don't care nothing about no human life if it's going to bring a profit. Let me get off that. I see some of y'all make sure that camera stay on the pastor, because my boss see me hearing something like this. Go to Matthew 7:15. You're going to live out your purpose in every area. If you're a mother, you're going to live out your purpose. You hear me? What has happened to George Floyd has raised the black community to another level of awareness that we have to get to the place, I need to know my part.
That's right.
Your part starts in your home. Don't try to come to the community to be something you can't be in your home. Men gotta be men. You don't hear nothing about no father. I don't care nothing about, you and the mother don't get along. You need to make them games. You need to make them games. You need to be a part of your child's life. No man has a right to call themselves a man and will deny their children a life with a father. Providing money ain't enough. Coming over every other weekend ain't enough. Spending the summer ain't enough. You got to be in their life all year long. Do you hear me? Be a part of it. Listen now, if you got caught up with a nut, that's your problem. That's your problem. Shouldn't have married, shouldn't have went to bed with that crazy girl. That's why I can't believe she's crazy. Yeah, well, she wasn't that crazy. She's crazy enough to get you. So that speaks volumes about you. You got to be a father, and you got to be a good one. But I ain't got the money. You don't need money. All you need is a bus fare. You don't need money for Burger King. Come on now. You better learn how to make burgers. If you call yourself a father, you need to learn how to cook if you ain't got plenty of money to take them out. Buy yourself a grill, put them on it, we cooking out. Cooking out is a whole lot cheaper. I'm telling you that. Before you get you a pack of what we do, ground turkey. I don't know if you don't know how to season it right, you ain't gonna like it. All right, get you some ground turkey, ground beef, whatever you got, and put it on that grill. You know what I mean? Let them make it how they want. You can buy the ground beef, you can buy bacon, you can buy cheese, lettuce, and tomatoes, and fries, all cheaper than taking all them kids to McDonald's.
Right. That's true.
You got 3 kids? No, you need to take that money and know how to reinvest it. And guess what? You're going to have burgers for tomorrow too. Amen. You make them right, they're happy to have them leftovers. Our kids don't eat leftovers until it's something they like. Is it any more of that? Yeah, In our homes is where we start to raise up another generation of wiser, smarter, more intelligent people. In our homes. Women, you ain't gonna like what I got to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway, because you didn't like me before you got here, so you ain't gonna like me now. You didn't like me when you plugged in on Facebook, so you ain't gonna like me now. Pull me up on YouTube, you didn't like me then, you ain't gonna like me now. Stop holding with men that ain't gonna stay around. If you a bad judge of men, you need to keep your panties on.
Yes.
Well, all of it. The pants too.
Yes.
You need to keep men off your behind, and you can't keep a man.
Right.
Because, let me tell you something. Your child is more likely to be a failure with a father not in the home than someone that has a father in the home. But that's a fact.
That's right. That's right.
You're asking to put a load on you that is going to become unbearable. You got to stop. What you got right now is enough until you marry. You don't get married because you're pregnant. You get pregnant when you're married.
Yeah.
No, you still be a success. The problem is to climb that mountain with 4 and 5 kids on your back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be tough.
Yes.
So now you need to qualify the next man. I don't want to care about that heat in your behind. If we're going to change the generation, you got to keep your butt out the air until you find a real man.
Yes.
Some of y'all can't date nobody in your neighborhood. None of them qualify to be with you.
Right.
You got to find out who teaching you how to be a man. Who taught you how to be a man. I'll tell you something, women ain't cut from the same cloth. I'm telling you now. There's some stuff that women put up with in the 50s and the 60s and 70s. They ain't putting up with that today. So you know, listen. I married young, and it was so long ago that I found somebody that would allow me to mature in my marriage. These women ain't letting you mature. I'm telling you that right now. You better you're gonna be out there right?
That is true.
Don't let them fool you. They be saying you think they need your money. Child, they'll put you out and live back. I want to see how she gonna pay them bills now that I ain't there. Child, next thing you know, the house getting painted, facing put on, fireplace. You be saying, well, I don't need no money. You be talking about something. I said, I don't see the car. I guess they got repossessed. She said, no, I got a new one. That's that one. There you go. Don't let them fool you. They don't need you like them. Come on now. Thank God some of us got wives that'll stroke our ego. Don't you let them fool you. Child, they'll get out there and make it happen. I know you think you all that in the bag of chips. But if you a man because of your money, you ain't much of a man at all. All right, y'all keep on. Keep on. You don't know how much money I'll pay. I'm telling you, you don't know how much money they can make without you. Child, they'll get rid of you and do better in a short amount of time. Child, you knock on the door, won't nobody be there. She done got evicted. No, she done moved into the suburbs. Talking about she didn't want to take her kids to the community pool no more. So she bought it. You be in the backyard talking about something. I see you where the pool at there. No, it's inside. Well, I'm telling you, don't you let me black women fool you now. They'll make it happen. Mark 7 and 15.
What?
You gonna build something awesome. Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets. I'm sorry, I don't know what translation I'm reading in. But let me read what's on here. This will work, and I'll be working. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. Come on, let me read that translation. Ferocious wolves. But their fruit care of the children he already had. That'll tell you what he can produce.
Right.
No real man can sleep well at night when he can't provide for his kids. No real man can. I'm telling you, no real man sleeps well when he can't provide for his kids. I don't care what he tell you. If that joker snoring and just sitting there scratching himself and he ain't got no money for his kids, you ain't got no real man. Now you already got them. You got to get an exit plan. Get an exit plan. Come on now. Now if he know you go here, you hearing this teaching, he gonna start seeing the signs. You understand? He gonna start seeing the signs. But you need to understand very clearly, if I'm gonna make a contribution to black communities, I can't be a part of the hindrance of it. Know his fruit. Once you see that man's fruit, you'll know who he is. Do people pick grapes among thornberries? You ain't looking for no man in the jailhouse, are you? Hey, I know he's gonna be cut. You know you got somebody gonna pop you in your head when you might be getting. Watch where you picking your men. Listen to me. Now you take it for any kind of way you want. You can't. If every man you keep getting is drunk when you bring him home, then you know you ain't picking in the right place. If you keep getting men with no jobs, stable jobs, let me tell you, I know listen here. There's the men that hear this and don't like it. They one, they can't whoop me. Two, they mad because I'm telling the truth. Ask him how long he been on that job. They said, well, 6 months. Okay, I understand. But how long about the one before that? 3 months. How about the job before that? A month. You ain't the one. I tell you what, you learn what it means to build roots somewhere. Then you call me. Mama got needs. Mama ain't looking for no bird. If you don't hear me, you'll keep on. There are certain places you ain't got no business looking for no woman. Listen to me. You can't keep picking women and after the third and fourth drink. You need to be sober. You be picking up you crazy. Child, you wake up, you be like, God, dog, what did I drink? You can't keep picking these women in no club. You can't keep it. Come on, when they in the club, they came dressed for the club, they moving right, and you know your hormones are all over the place. You talking about God say you the one. God ain't saying nothing about you the one. You like what you see. Child, she's shaking and swinging and so revealing and oh my God, child, you be telling all kind of lies. I'm gonna drink your bath water. Child, that dumb stuff, that fades real quick, I'm telling you that. Because you really need it when you first meet her. God knows you take a glass. You say, give me a picture. Yeah, you can't keep doing that. If men don't get themselves, you can't be controlled by your sexual craving. Get yourself under control. You think you're a man by how many women you sleep with? No, that just simply tells me how much of a dog you are. If you want to be a man, you got to control yourself. I remember I was talking to my older brother one time, and his family was in Delaware, and I dropped him on. This is years ago. This is before I even had kids. This is years ago, and it was some girl that the mother of his children, they had broke up. So he was going to spend time with his kids. So he stayed at somebody else's house so he could be with his kids. So when I went in there, I saw this girl. I was like, oh my God, who the heck is that? I'm thinking that's his new girlfriend. He said, no, that's such and such, blah, blah, blah. And what man she wearing that around in front of you? And he said something to me that stuck with me for years, till this very day. Now, I'm not talking about 5, 10 years ago. I'm talking, man, every bit of how old is Brandon? 20, 21, be 21 years? So it had to be about 25 years ago, easy. He said to me, he said, I wanted to hit it, but I didn't have a condom. I said, well, what that got to do with it, man? You got to go, man. I said, man, you got to go, man. What was wrong with you, man? I said, man, later when I counted one time, man, what's wrong with that? Shoot. Because in my mind, I'm young, dumb, and reckless. And my older brother said, you can make that mistake if you want to. And allow your flesh. He didn't say flesh. You know, he said you allow your friend to take you somewhere that you can't get out of. Come on now. Come on. He said, man, what happened if she get pregnant? What happened if she give me something? I want a power grab. No, I was amazed that he could turn that down. All because he didn't have a condom. My brother taught me something. You can't allow your friend to lead you. Amen. You hear me? Men, get yourself under control. You can't hump everything that look good. If that's your goal in life, you ain't much of nothing. I didn't think it would get that quiet. It would get quiet. I didn't know you that quiet. But by their fruit you will recognize them. Do people look for a good man in jail? Or figs from thistles? Come on, let me get through this. Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. Do you know, let me tell you something. This is the God's honest truth. At least twice a week, I get some woman on Facebook trying to hook up with me. At least 2 a week. I wouldn't lie in the Lord's house. Because they think what I do for Yolanda, I'll do for them. This one young lady, she contacted me, and I asked her point blank, why me? Why would you want to have something to do with me? You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. Why you want me? You know what she said? I see how you love your kids. You think I'm about to come over your house? Like I love? No, I'm saying, let me tell you something. Every woman with a good man, you better hear me. And you better hear me well. Do you hear me? Are y'all hearing me?
Yeah.
All right, listen to me good. You don't start speaking what you won't take, what you won't forgive when you have a good man. Because some good men are so stupid and dumb, they need a teacher to bring them to a place that they can be royalty. Amen. Without you, they'll never get there. Amen. But if you allow somebody else to inherit the land that you done already plowed, do you hear me? Yes. Now, men, don't you take that for no excuse to do something stupid, your dumb self. Right. No, I'm trying to tell you something. Right. Because somebody's waiting for you to pass him up. Amen. And let me tell you something. The old ones already know good soil. Yeah? Because you got to come from a certain place. City girls can't look at no dirt, no good soil. Dirt is dirt. Right. But there's some women that can look at their soil and be like, now you can grow something here. Yes, sir. This here good soil here. Right. See, now I'm not saying let him do what he wants. I'm not saying let him have a free pass. What I'm saying is you got to know when you got something worth holding on to. Right. Some of the men you need to let go. You need to help kick him out. Don't get him nothing weak nice. Don't get him no cheap garbage bag that's going to keep ripping. Get him a good hefty and put his butt out so you can move on and grow. Let me tell you something. When people see your fruit, they know who you are. Now, let me finish. Come on. What's the next verse here? I got to go all the way. I got to read for a while. Come on. A good tree cannot bear fruit. I cannot leave Yolanda, remarry, have a child, and treat that child different than I would Mackenzie or Brandon. I just can't. Because it's in me to be a good father. Amen. Do you hear me? Now, if Yolanda walked off and leave me, she'd be crazy. But she walked off and leave me, I'm gonna remarry because I gotta do something about the hurt. Mother Aldridge will go down to our high school reunion, get one of her school teachers, bring them up here to me. I ain't got no time for no young fools. I'm ready to sleep and I got somebody to say, let's go out. Listen, I'm almost 50 years old, man. I ain't got no time to be trying to listen. That's Eubank stuff. That's 20 years old. Tell me Eubank. Listen. You start getting up in age, you need somebody your age. You wake up, the bed wet, you don't know who did it. You marry somebody young, they know you did it. And you sit up there. Listen, you may be there when I'm 20 years old, the bed be wet. She was like, what is wrong with you? But both of y'all old and you don't know who it is. You don't know you. You don't know who it is. Just change the sheet and keep on moving. She'll try to blame you, say, it wasn't me. You know it was you, you're drawing everything. You know it was you, but she don't know. So I ain't looking to get nobody, no young. Listen to me. I cannot mistreat anybody I give my last name, because I know what she deserves if I give her my last name. She ain't going nowhere though, she better not. Alright? You need to understand that who a person is who they are. They can't be nothing different. Amen. When a person is racist at the kitchen table, then mount the pulpit, they ain't no different.
That's true.
Let me get through. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Come on. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and torn into, all right then, I keep reading. Thus by their fruit, you will recognize them. Come on. I want you to catch this. I'm going to stop on this verse. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. But only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Go ahead to 22. It's imperative you know what God wants from you. Because if you're not doing the will God wants for you, you can be doing good stuff and God still not be pleased with you. You can be a good mother and God still not be pleased with you. You can be passing out $100 bills on Sunday morning and God still not be pleased with you. Do you hear me? Y'all make sure them kids pay tithes on that $100 too. They'll watch them kids, you know. They better check my box too. They better check my box. Listen, many will say to me on that day. Now listen to me. These are people that know how to operate through Scripture. These are learned men and women. These are people that can show you how to get a check, show you how to get healed. They know the Word. Do you know there are certain things you need from God, and you need it through faith. That's the only way you can get it. There are certain things you can work a principle. Because if God says, do this, do that, and this is what's going to happen. So in the Bible, if it says, pour the gasoline on the floor, take a match, throw it on the gasoline, it's going to cause an explosion, fire. Right? That's going to work no matter who does it. Fire don't get cooled off because you're not a Christian. There are things in the Bible you can produce, and you ain't got to be right with God. It's just simply a principle. Do y'all understand what I just said? So everybody that can produce wealth don't mean they belong to God. Let me get to this. I'm going to show you these racist white folk that believe they better than somebody else. All right? Perry Stone got to hear this. Y'all check him out? He's a nut. He's a nut. A racist nut. And everybody that's friends with him. Do you know, I don't have not one friend that can come in my house and talk about molesting children.
That's right.
Come in there. Come in there talking stupid. You might not leave. I ain't got nobody that can come in my presence talking about having sex with children and then come back again.
Right.
I'm not even looking for a nice way to throw you out. No. I'm telling you right now, them dogs like you. Dogs are like for you to rub him. Ace like for you to rub him. But watch when I slap you what they do. Dodge, I'm telling you, gonna jump on him. I'll tell you that. He playing tug of war with I don't know if it was Ace or with Rocky, but he pulled two of his bottom teeth out. But he still got them canines. And he can lock too. He can lock their jaw when he get good and ready too. You're in that pit, lock that jaw, that's it. They got that rope, you can pull them all over the place. We got a little Ace. Ace lock his jaw in that rope, you swing Ace all around the room. But that rope ain't even his mouth. All right? I don't hang out with people that talk stupid. Let me finish this. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did not we prophesy in your name? Didn't we preach prosperity and got jets? Didn't we get that money from the people? And in your name, drive out demons? Listen, if fire is a demon, what would cure you? Water. Water. If cold is a demon, what will cure you? Heat. If heat is a demon, what will cure you? Cold. So just because you know what to do to put the devil to flight, don't mean you're all right with God. I want you to get this. All right? In your name, drive out demons, and in your name, perform many miracles. Look at this. Come on, look at this. Oh, God, I want you to see this. Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoer. Now, there's another translation. Oh, God, what verse is that? That's verse 23, right? There's another translation. This is a study Bible. The Berean Study Bible. If you have that, Walton, this is what 23 says. Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. Now, why is that word lawlessness important? I'm going to tell you why. Lawless means you are contrary to what's right, the laws of the land. You're contrary, or you're without regard for the law. You can hate a person and put laws in place against that person because you think you're better than them. That's lawlessness. We want our children to have the best education. Okay, in this zip code we got 90% black and Hispanic. Well, they don't need the computers. What about the next neighborhood? That's called lawlessness. You will not do what's right. You think you're above the law. The 3 strikes and you out rule was meant for everybody, but only 90% of the people with the 3 strikes and you're out were black, Hispanic, Mexican. Oh, we got some whites here and there, but the bulk of the people all were black. You see, when people pass laws against black people, you can't make it. And then when that pastor, that preacher stand up and support that politician, God called them your lawless. You're performing lawlessness. Lawlessness is to be without law with regard to the law. Listen, you're a person of violence to get what you want. You don't care what's right. When Donald Trump sent his dogs on them protesters that was protesting, and you can't call that right. Now, when a man can break the Constitution to do what he wants, this man is retarded. He don't even know the laws of the land. That's a fact. I don't care about Democrat or Republican. We just talking about stupid Trump right now. He be saying and doing things he can't do. I'm going to override the states and make them open up. Oh, Mr. President, you don't have that authority. I was on the phone with the president of the Virgin Islands. Mr. President, you are the president of the Virgin Islands. See, he's always, listen to me, barring none but his German shepherd. Barring none but his German shepherd. So they shot rubber bullets on the protesters. They were within their legal right. They broke the law so that they can get what they want. Somebody said, should have told him, Mr. President, these are the laws of the land. Those people have a right to protest. Now, we can take you the long way to get to the church, but we can't allow you to force us to break the law so you can go to church. You ain't been in 5-6 years anyway. You're on your way to hell anyway. So what's the use of going to church now? So when people will break the law to get what they want, God said, those lawless people, depart from me, I never knew you. Let me give you some more definition about this. Having a mind that has absolutely no persuasion because of the law. When you hate Mexicans, you don't care nothing about the law. You know, everything Obama do, this boy trying to reverse. All right? So Obama had the DACA thing in place. He gonna go now and step out of, he has no right. He steps out of character, and now those children that was born here, children that were brought here, now all the rules he's trying to, he don't have a right to do that. Now why do we gotta go to the Supreme Court for, listen, for something he put into motion? He didn't have laws, he didn't have the law to back him up. That's somebody that don't regard law. What I want is what I get. He told the people, you can obey the law if you want to and come to one of my rallies and protest, but you will not be treated kindly. That's what he said. Now how you gonna break the law to get what you want? Come on, I'm talking Bible. This is not deep stuff here. If you are, when you are an evildoer, a person that live in lawlessness, you are not controlled by the law. You are uncontrolled by the law, unbridled by the law, unruly by the law, unrestrained by the law. Meaning when somebody said, wait a minute, we about to break the law, it don't move you. When you have an administration that will break the law to get what they want, you have an administration that's leading under lawlessness. Your mindset, if it's going to benefit me, kill it. America wasn't founded on Christians. How you going to kill somebody to get what you want? They got it, you want it, let's kill them. Does that sound like God? There wasn't Christians that founded this country. You think because they put on God we trust? There's a whole lot of people that drive a nice car and tell people God gave it to them. There are a whole lot of people buying houses and say God gave it to them. God ain't got nothing to do with that. You save your money, you have to give them credit. Don't touch my name in your foolishness. Let me deal with this lawlessness and then I'm done. Because y'all act like you got something in there. When a person lives out lawlessness, they have no regard for what's right. They only think about what they want. The Klan ain't no Christians in the Klan. Now they call themselves a Christian organization, and they got a bunch of other skinheads and white supremacists call themselves Christian. Those are not Christian. You can't hate somebody. Listen, let me tell you something. If right now a man started running for an office, of any office, and I support him, he's going to tell you a lot about me. So that man get up and he said, listen, all these pedophiles, we need to make sure that the children didn't come on to them. They might have touched the child, but we need to make sure the child didn't have on the wrong clothes. That little girl didn't have on a short skirt. That boy wasn't wearing skinny jeans right in front of the priest. Now, if I support him, I'm telling you a lot about me. You stupid to come back here. So, when we see preachers supporting Trump, they're supporting by any means necessary, give us what we want. Well, by any means necessary, you are not going to violate the law you wrote because you want what you want. How you going to write the law, but when it don't benefit you, you ignore it? Listen to me. I think every president needs to at least know the laws of the land. How am I going to go to Delta and say, I'm the head pilot now, I'm going to be showing y'all some maneuvers, how to land, how to take off, how to get this plane up and go. Come on, let's go. And I don't know nothing about the plane. That's what's going on now. I don't care nothing about it. Listen to me, y'all know I ain't looking for no friend. I'm definitely looking for no friend that support a coochie grabber. No, listen to me. Come on, let's just be honest. When a man got plenty of money, you ain't got to force yourself on a woman. I'm telling you. You ain't got to be grabbing on no woman that don't want you to grab. There's plenty of them out there that want you to grab. There's plenty of them that take your hand and tell you to get over here. You don't even see me? What's wrong with you? No! I ain't got no respect for no man like that. Let me tell you something. The Bible is on our side. It don't matter who's against us. If God be for us, better than the whole world against us. What we see in this country, we have to acknowledge if we as a people gonna come together. We can't ignore truth because it might offend some people. If truth offends you, it's because you're a liar yourself. If you live a beneficial life because of lie, and you don't want me to kill that lie because it's going to change your comfort. How many, you know, oh my God, this lady, y'all seen her on Facebook, YouTube. She said, how many of you, she was in a class, she said, how many of you white people are willing to trade places with a black person? How many? Raise your hand. I'm John Brown, I don't want to be no black person. But you saying everything is fair. Listen, you got black people that would rather die than be anything else but black. And we got hell to pay just because we black. Listen to me. When I'm teaching the Bible on these lines, it sounds as if I hate somebody, but I don't. I don't hate nobody. I believe it's the will of God for us to grow, for us to prosper, for us to be all that God wants us to be in the earth. Black people, you are the chosen children of God. Amen. Amen. Show me history that say otherwise. Show me some research that say otherwise. Show me scientific proof that the first human made, as of right now, they say had to be an African. There's no other option. Definitely wasn't white. Show me. It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to be a little bit smarter than we've ever been. It's time for us to start understanding what the devil is trying to do. If you have God on your side, I just need to know what God wants me to do. I can't walk in fear. Now the foundation of what I need to teach now, living out your purpose, you can't do with fear. You can't do with fear. Now listen, Martin Luther King was working within the confinements of the law. Now there's some things that came out that Martin Luther King didn't die on the balcony. He died in the hospital room. And he died because of lack of medical attention. Now we can't prove that, but they do say it was a journal, I couldn't get it, that there were nurses and doctors that were told to leave the room and let him die. Now I haven't read it for myself, so I don't know if it's true. It don't matter whether you work within the law. No, only thing that matters is what we want. When people live like that, those people are dangerous. They'll lynch you if you let them. Black men screaming out and hollering will not save you. You know, when I saw the civilians chase that boy down, they found out, they started telling on each other, you know. Supposed to be big, bad, tough. Until they started talking about that 20 years. You understand? They found out the man that video, they swear he didn't do nothing but video, found out he hit him with the truck. Oh, Jesus. And then they shot him 3 times. Now, one part about the video, he went for the gun. And I said, you know what? You know, see, when you, now I'm just telling you how it is. Now, this is not his fault or nothing. Don't say nothing stupid about what I'm saying. When that warrior spirit rises up in you, you got to embrace it. You can't be a warrior and then try to be something else at the same time. You gonna give me this gun. Hey, I'm gonna take one of y'all with me too. You gonna give me this gun. You know the black man that was at AHA, God bless him. The black man was in AHA, the white boy coming in and shooting, and the black guy came and took the gun from him. So the black guy, he just told the truth. He said, listen, I'm not a hero. He said, I was simply trying to get up out of there. Okay. He said, I was trying to get up out of there, and the boy with the gun was in the way. He said, I'm not a hero. He said, I was trying to protect myself. He told you. They went around, doesn't mean he took the money that they gave him and said, got some money, gave it to the victims and stuff. They're a good-hearted man. When that word spirit rises up in you, man, you want to survive. Listen to me. We got to survive. I don't care what's ever done to us, we got to survive. Everybody got to do their part. If another Martin Luther King rises up, they're going to kill him. If another Malcolm X rises up, they're going to kill him. Because they know that what's going to happen when we come together. Start working right there in your home. My purpose right now in the era that we're in is to raise up men that will be men. Raise up black homes that will produce children that will be an asset and not a menace. When you leave here, I need you to be wiser and stronger. Now, don't ever take what I'm saying and get offended. Take what I'm saying to grow. Because at the moment that you find Jesus, everything else is washed away. Behold, all things become new. So don't ever think you made a decision that's a permanent problem in your life forever. The devil is a liar. God will give you strength to come out of whatever mess you push yourself in.
Hallelujah.
Whether it was badness, I don't care if you got 15 children, about 30 different daddies. I could care less. God will give you what you need to come up out of this. Now it's about your mindset. It's about what you're going to tell your children. It's about what you're going to pour into them. It's about what you're going to take out of your home and never allow back in here. Come on. You're going to have to start implementing some things. Listen here. I know I ain't said nothing about reading and studying and learning something new, but every Sunday we're going to eat dinner together and we're going to talk. You're going to tell me what you learned. Bring up topics at the table that will strengthen them and educate them. Now don't talk barbershop talk. That's for fools and buffoons. Talk something you've researched. Fools talk about nothing all day. Man, I'm telling you, Tiger Woods was the best quarterback that ever lived. A fool can say that. Come on, man. You get to your dinner table, we can't talk barbershop talk. We need to know what we're talking about. Tell them, you know, there's no father in here. And the world is saying, statistics are saying, that you stand a 70% chance of going to jail more than the average child. 70%. You're black and you're without a father. We need to kill those statistics. What are you going to do that you don't wind up on this list? You need to watch your company. My kids experience something not on the level that I've experienced, but I've been telling you this for a long time. You don't have to be a bad person for somebody to want to kill you. All you got to do is be connected to somebody they want to kill. You hear me? Start telling your children, I need you to watch the company you keep. Man, if you'd been in my house on Friday and saw all them college kids, I mean, oh my God, you would look at them, you would say, look, that's trouble right there. Get your wallet. Kids, man. Good kids. I'm going to tell you some stuff. Some of them smoke weed. Good kids. They were cussing right there on the basketball court. Good kids. Cussing in the pool, in the spa. Good kids. Some young lady met the one boy the day of the event and had some heat. I told her someone that was his girlfriend, and my son said, for that day. Okay. Josh, he had a leg wrapped all around him, and y'all get out of my spa. No, good kids though. Just because somebody is not like you, don't mean they're not good. Let's be an asset to society. Men, we ain't gonna be quick to turn against our brother. We're gonna take the back seat for peace sake. It's all right what you said. That's all right. Forget it. You have a right to your opinion. I'm not about to fight you because your opinion of me is different than what I think of myself. Let's make a change. Father, thank you for your children, for your people that have come to this place to get more of you in their hearts and in their minds. I pray, God, that you have your way, that you allow us to be free and that we grow to bless you and to honor you, that you be represented in our homes, everywhere we go.